Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Word Balloon, the comic book conversation show. John Suntress here. This is a real shorty because we don't have a lot of information, but I saw the last episode of Ncuti Gatwa's run as Doctor Who and the surprise ending. Now, I'm saying right at the start, if you haven't watched this episode and you've managed to avoid the internet and you don't want this last episode to be spoiled, then you should stop watching or listening and not pick this back up until you've seen the final episode of Doctor Who with Ncuti Gatwa. That said, there's still a lot of questions. Okay, spoiler warning is over. What the hell? Billy Piper? He regenerates and the image we see is Billy Piper? What the hell's going on? I'll talk about Ncuti's run as the Doctor in a minute, but I've got to obviously address the most obvious question. What does this mean? A couple of interesting things. First of all, in the credits, Billy is not listed as the Doctor, which has always been the tradition in previous regenerations where you see the outgoing Doctor credited and, Christopher, although Christopher Eccleston, it was his generation into Tennant happened in the Christmas special. So I don't even know if, I don't even remember if Eccleston is in that Christmas special at all. But, we see David Tennant. Of course, David Tennant again transitioning to Ncuti from 14 to 15. Both are credited as the Doctor. It just, had Billy Piper's name without a name credit. A couple theories. First of all, we remember in the 50th episode when Billy was there as the voice of the Doomsday Machine that the War Doctor had to choose to either use or not use and end Gallifrey and the Daleks and the Time War that way. And so she wasn't Rose Tyler then, as she was during Eccleston and Tennant's run. There's also that great bonus scene at the end of the 50th anniversary episode with Tom Baker as the curator talking to Matt Smith. And Matt Smith, of course, says, I never forget a face. No, I don't. I suppose you don't. But in the future, you might want to revisit some of the old faces, eh? I love that whole scene. It's adorable, and I've rewatched it a million times, just that scene. I mean, you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on Max, where the Doctor Who episodes are currently residing, the new generation of Doctor Who episodes. But anyway, so this could be that Billy Piper will be the Doctor. I kind of don't think so. I kind of think this is a big fake out that when the show does come back, Billy will transition and we will see a new Doctor, or it could be, too, as part of the plot of the final episode, that things were kind of timey-wimey, out of sync, and that's why Jodie Whittaker was able to come back and have a quick moment, which was great, by the way. I love that so much. In fact, I really think that those 3 minutes of Jodie Whittaker were her best run as the Doctor. I liked her last episode, but I'll be honest, as much as I truly was rooting for her, I really felt like the scripts let her down during the Chibnall era. So she was a lot of fun. The classic line, look, you redone the TARDIS. I don't like it. Ever since Pat Troughton in Three Doctors, come on. We want every Doctor to react, that old Doctor, to react that way to whatever the new facelift of the TARDIS is. But that was an adorable scene with her and Ncuti. That was really great. But, so, this could be the Doctor revisiting an old face, and we will get Billy Piper back as the Doctor, but I really don't think so. By the way, you want to see a recent great performance by Billy Piper? There's a British movie called Scoop, which is all about the BBC's Newsnight news magazine show getting an interview with Prince Andrew out of the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, his first on-the-record appearance. And Billy plays a BBC News producer that is trying to book Prince Andrew. Rufus Sewell is Prince Andrew. unbelievable. And from the X-Files, Gillian Anderson plays the anchor that is working with Billie Piper. But it's a really, really strong movie, and Billie is excellent in it. And, she had her Secret Diary of a Call Girl TV series post-Doctor Who as well. And, of course, her music career. I just have a feeling that this is just going to be a bit of a tease with Billie leading into whatever the first episode will be when Doctor Who comes back, whether it's a Christmas special or the next season proper. But I have a feeling we're not going to see Billie long. By the way, another opportunity, does that mean that David Tennant, as the bi-generated Doctor, who is still hanging out now with Donna Noble's family, that maybe we will see David Tennant and Billie Piper back together again on a Doctor Who? I think that would be amazing. But I also was wondering, as I said earlier about Jodie Whittaker showing up back in the timey-wimey thing, is that the voice suddenly appearing again and almost like switching dimensional places with the outgoing Doctor, and she's not the Doctor, but all of a sudden she is there? I don't know. And again, if it'll be very interesting, and I really do hope that they stunt and we get David Tennant and Billie Piper together again in a Doctor Who setting. I think that'll be great. Also, I want to read some of the quotes from Russell Davies and Billie Piper regarding this massive surprise. First, here's what Russell T. Davies, the showrunner and great producer, had to say about her coming back. Billie once changed the whole of television back in 2005. Now she's done it again. It's an honor and a hoot to welcome her back to the TARDIS. But quite how and why and who is a story yet to be told. After 62 years, the Doctor's adventures are only beginning. How, why, and who? Interesting. Okay, let's now go to what Billie had to say about coming back. Billie said, "It's no secret how much I love this show, and I've always said I would love to return to the Whoverse, as I've had some of my best memories there. So to be given the opportunity to step back on that TARDIS one more time was something I couldn't refuse. But who, how, why, and when, you'll just have to wait and see. Again, step back on that TARDIS one more time again." That could mean a one-shot, that could mean a couple episodes, but again, who, how, why, and when, you'll just have to wait and see. There you go, everybody. A mountain of questions, which on the one hand is great because I think it's got the entire Who fandom, both the people that are like, what the hell, and not happy, and also, oh my God, this is exciting. I can't believe it. What could that mean? So good for Russell Davies giving us a real puzzle of a final episode. Bad Russell Davies because we're going to have to wait probably 2 years before we see a new episode of Doctor Who because they haven't started shooting. We don't know if Disney is going to re-up Doctor Who, or the rumors are that it might go to Amazon because Amazon has a deal with Sony, and Sony is the parent company of Bad Wolf Productions, which is the actual producing company that makes Doctor Who. Bad Wolf. Remember when Billie Piper was Bad Wolf? Yes, all of that. So we're going to have to see because Disney might re-up and be intrigued. I don't know. I don't know what Disney's feelings are about Billie Piper, the former British pop star, turned actress full-time, and if they think it's a good thing, or they're like, nah, it's all right. You know, we got 2 seasons of shooting Gatwa. We really weren't happy with it. And they supposedly, again, rumors, wanted Russell Davies gone if they were going to continue to fund Doctor Who. But again, maybe through Sony, there is a new platform like Amazon waiting to make stuff happen. I have to admit, when I first saw The Generation and saw Billie Piper, I'm like, oh man, come on. I'm not against having a female Doctor Who, but again, I just feel like, how's that going to work? And at first it was all negative. Rose Tyler's back? Well, no, she's the Doctor. But she looks like Rose Tyler. Why would the Doctor want to look like Rose Tyler, even if he could choose one of the old faces, eh? It really, at first I was really negative about it, but I've really had all day and night to kind of stew on this, and I suddenly realized Russell Davies is kind of a genius. If he is allowed to continue, or even if there is a new showrunner and that person is given the opportunity to make more Doctor Who. So at first, I have to admit, I was really like, I don't know, I think I might be done, and kind of treat Doctor Who the way I treated Smallville and a lot of its final seasons, where I watched the first episode and then I watched the cliffhanger to see what's going to happen in the next episode. I was like that with Gotham after the first 2 seasons, and I'm like, I'm not going to watch this every week. I don't know, but we'll see. Regarding Ncuti Gatwa's run, man, the guy had 2 really short seasons of 8 episodes and 1 Christmas special. So 17 episodes. I understand why he wants to keep moving on his career, especially given that the future of Doctor Who was kind of up in the air, and it still really is. It'll be interesting. I'm sure that Disney will benefit from big numbers once the word gets out of what happened in this episode. A lot more people are going to probably watch it in the next couple of days if they didn't already on Saturday to see what all the hubbub was. So that might give them enough eyeballs where Disney's like, okay, yeah, keep it going. That's fine. Or, like I said, they might say, all right, that's it. See you later, Russell. And also, Ncuti Gatwa was kind of on record of saying if Russell wasn't going to continue, he didn't want to continue. And, hey, listen, Ncuti Gatwa's a beautiful man, and I think Hollywood is waiting for him, and I think a lot of opportunities will be there in Hollywood or wherever they shoot movies these days, because I know Hollywood is kind of expensive compared to the other cities around the world and even in the United States that maybe, he'll be shooting somewhere else. Good for him. More power to him. I'm sorry that we had such a limited run because sadly, while I do think the script writing did improve under Russell Davies, not good enough for me. I got to be honest. And Doctor Who felt tired. So I am very intrigued by not only whatever Billy Piper's return means, but that we have a good 2-year period where they can really assess things. Folks, I am all about diversity and inclusion and whatever the E stands, and I believe equality. I'm all for all that. I really am. That said, I really feel like there was a big missed opportunity with Jodie Whittaker. We had too many companions, and I think the story suffered from virtue politics first, story second. I felt there was some of that as well with Ncuti Gatwa. And also, there's no joy with Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, and especially after his happiness jag with David Tennant's tired, burnt out 14th Doctor, that we're okay, good. He's gonna be, he's gonna have fun. And there were some fun episodes I loved in the first season. The Muse episode with the music being gone and that wonderful song. There's always a twist at the end. I thought that was a lot of fun, and I'm like, okay, great. We're gonna have a fun Doctor. I got to be honest, I wasn't crazy about Ncuti's first season. I think the second season was better. I think there were some clever things like the cartoon episode I thought was really interesting, and some of the other meta ideas. I was excited about Omega's return, and the Ronnie return was interesting, although I thought it was kind of a fake out with the old lady suddenly bi-generating as well, and it's like, let the old lady be the Ronnie. Why do we need a younger Ronnie? Okay, whatever. And again, I'm shrugging. So, yeah. And also incel villains and the whole, kind of the meta lesson to us old Who fans. Oh, you want things the old way. Well, I guess you want a chauvinistic world the way we got in the last 2 episodes and all that BS. And again, frankly, I thought it was kind of BS. So, I don't know. I don't think it's the actor's fault, and I really, really like Ncuti Gatwa. I really, really like Jodie Whittaker. I think they were underserved by bad scripts. And whether it's a BBC edict or Russell Davies really wanting to lean in to the virtue politics that he has put out there for the last 2 years, I can't say. But I've been disappointed in Doctor Who. I think it needs a break. And but I got to admit, this ending makes me curious for what's coming next. So those are my thoughts on what we've got on Doctor Who. If you want to comment and leave me a comment either on the YouTube chat or on my emails, john@wordballoon.com, I am sure that I will be talking to Franco and Wayne and Mitch about this season of Doctor Who in an upcoming episode as well. We got Star Trek coming back, Strange New Worlds, in about a month and a half, so that's exciting as well. and a lot of other cool nerd stuff, the Superman movie and the Fantastic Four movie, and a lot of other stuff as well. It's going to be a very busy nerd summer with a lot of great nerd programming, and Word Balloon will be there for you with questions and comments and reactions. So I hope you'll join me then. Until next time, thanks a lot for watching and listening. Word Balloon is a copyright feature of Shaky Productions, copyright 2025.